Steve Urkel actor Jaleel White has had to turn down some really insulting offers over the years. But this story has to be one of the most dishonest, despicable things I've heard about the entertainment industry in a very long time. Sitcom legend Jaleel White was on the Pod Meets World podcast this week promoting his new memoir, Growing Up Urkel. And he spoke a lot about the industry's perception of him and the kind of offers that he gets. One of which was celebrity rehab, which came as a shock to the actor because he's never had a substance abuse problem. He explained, "The worst job that I actually turned down, though, was celebrity rehab. These effers called me and were like, Jaleel doesn't have any substance problems." And they were like, "We can write around that. You really fit the demographic for our show," and they offered me more money. White goes on to explain that the producers of Celebrity Rehab offered to pay him more just to lie and say he does have a substance abuse problem. So if you ever wanted proof that reality TV is fake, there you go. White summed up that experience saying, "We get offers every day to ruin our lives, and they come in email form." Jaleel White then also said he was offered a Celebrity Survivor type show, but said no because he didn't want to be tortured out in the wilderness for weeks on end. When he turned them down, they started offering him hundreds of thousands of dollars. But he wasn't interested because the message was clear. He said, quote, "You'll pay me more to see me abused on screen." And that's also part of the reason why he turned down playing Steve Urkel again. Jaleel White says he was approached about doing a reboot, but quote, "There was no script, there was no producer attached. The studio just came to me with a blind studio contract and said, you will get paid half the amount of money you got paid for your last day on the show," speaking of Family Matters. And then he said, "I didn't get to see a script. I don't even have a hand in who's going to be the showrunners. Nothing. You just think in your silly mind that my life might be so bad right now that I'll just take half of what I made and you get to come back to me in a holding deal within 6 months and tell me when I have to report to work?" Jaleel White explains that this reboot didn't even include his former castmates as full-time stars. And so he told them, no thanks. White is doing just fine, by the way. He's currently acting in Star Wars Skeleton Crew.